We've been following a home remodel since the fall, and now it's all finished just in time for Christmas. KY3's Abby Wellner takes us inside the now functioning and beautiful kitchen.
Hey Paula, we are back on the south side of Springfield looking at a home remodel we've been following for the last several weeks, I guess into months now, with our home improvement expert Victoria Wells, and we'll remind folks what this space looked like before. Here's a picture of that, and now the after. You got your big ta-da moment, and it's kind of interesting to note that where we are standing right now would not have been incredibly possible because we would be in the middle of the wall
right here. Yeah, there was a big wall right here. The kitchen actually used to be over here, and this actually used to be the dining room. So one of the things we did was take the wall out and extend the size of this other room, so we started to encompass part of the other kitchen so that we could actually give them a larger space. They wanted, you know, to be able to have 4 or 5 people in the kitchen at one time instead of one.
It's no logical thing when you're looking at making a house family friendly, and of course there were all sorts of hidden features in this home that you guys custom built for them. We're standing right next to a pantry that's unlike anything I've ever seen. Give us a look at that.
Pantry is one of the things that people have issues with on pantries is, you know, you get your cabinets and oh boom, you have to stick your hand all the way to the back and you can never find anything. What's great about this one is it's got different individual cubbies as well as your shelves in the back, so you can actually reach everything. Food's not going to spoil. You're not going to have any issues like that, you know, cans sitting in the way back that you never saw. And you can organize your stuff from spices to, if for the kids, another client of ours, they've got the kids section, so the kids can come in and grab anything that they need, but it makes it nice and easy, and you get twice the amount of actual usable space.
All right, and this is just one of many pictures. We'll walk into this side of the kitchen, and of course you talked about hiding some other things like appliances.
Absolutely. A lot of times we don't necessarily want to have our microwave sitting out on the counter or something like this. You can actually have them hidden so that they don't have to be unsightly features in the main part. This actually slides in place, and then that way you can actually use your microwave on a regular basis, but then otherwise it just looks like it's part of the kitchen, which is really nice.
And of course this looks like it's just wide open, but you have the handy
we did a pocket door here. Yep, we did a pocket door with the same style and design as the kitchen. Did that for them so that if they ever wanted to divide things, you know, we've got people watching movies in the other room, you can actually cook and do your other things in here, which is really nice.
Okay, and over on this side, the last time we were here, we were talking countertops and backsplash. And of course, the big issue there is keep it neutral, because they're pretty permanent features.
Yeah.
And the backsplash here is very neutral, but it also has a little kick to it.
Yeah, one of the things that she was really interested in, the Craftsman style uses a lot of kind of that Art Deco kind of style that goes along with it, and to do some glass in there. So we use that as an accent piece instead of the main feature of the actual backsplash. We just did that as the accent, and it helped to tie in the style stone countertop that we actually have and some of the stained glass features that we have in here as well. So it's neutral enough, and it's not too trendy, so we won't trend out. Down the line, 10 years from now, someone can come back and go, wow, this is still a really beautiful kitchen. Oh, we don't need to update the kitchen because you've worked within those trends.
All right, and of course this is not the only room in the house you covered. We also were into the basement and living room a little bit, and we'll take a look at those spaces as well as some tips for homeowners out there who are looking at undertaking a project like this. Paula?
All right, thanks, Abby. We'll see the rest of the home in the next half hour. We've seen the big reveal. Now what? KY3's Abby Wellner's back at the home remodel we've been following in Springfield and share some tips on what to do when the project is finished or maybe almost finished.
We are back at our home remodel project, Paula, and of course we're with Victoria Wells of Wells Works Construction, and we talked a lot about the kitchen in our last segment, and that isn't the only thing you guys did. We'll touch on this briefly, but last time we were here, you were working on getting rid of wood paneling, and these are all flat walls now.
Basically, they had the house was very, very dark, and they had wood paneling all the way through. And part of the problem with the wood paneling is that it gets put up as kind of a cheap afterthought, and it's usually not insulated well or insulated behind it. And it also stuck out quite a ways, and so we wanted to make that seamless addition going down for them, and so we took all of that out and new insulation, took care of all the problems behind the scene, and put all new drywall for the whole basement entertainment room down there with recessed lighting and surround sound and everything like that.
And of course painting is something many people will undertake on their own, but when you're looking at a lot of these much larger projects, you're going to be looking at hiring a contractor, and you have some advice right now when you're hiring contractors about what you need to look for.
Absolutely. When you are hiring a contractor, some of the things really important is to get your full estimate or bid, depending on your project, in writing. Know what you're getting into, actually be able to see and read it. Make sure you've signed it, make sure your contractor has signed it, make sure you guys have together worked out what's actually going to happen and you know the full process of what's happening so that there's not any hidden features or hidden changes or anything like that. And then the other thing is, before you sign anything, ask them for their insurance. Make sure they're insured, bonded, licensed, and carry full workers' comp. There is a certificate that you can ask for, and any contractor can give that to you. It's going to show their liability on the top, which means if they do something wrong in the future, you have a way to get that back. And then it has their workman's comp. What workman's comp is about is if an employee or one of their people that they bring onto your premises gets hurt, you as the homeowner are not responsible.
Very important.
Extremely important. And right now, with the economy the way it is, that's one of the things that gets dropped the quickest by people. So really ask for that. There should be no issues with them presenting a certificate to you in any way, and so that way you can look it up and make sure that they have done what they need to protect you.
Okay, and of course, in those last minute details, you're pretty much finished in this house, but you were talking about if there are little things, there are always little things that come up at the end. Don't be afraid to bring them up.
Absolutely. When you get a project done, what we encourage our clients to do is they're going to live in it for a couple of weeks. Give us a punch list. You are using it. You're opening and closing things. You're walking around. You're using all your things. Something doesn't work for you. You've paid to have this put together. Call them back. Hey, come back out. We need to talk through this. We need to get this fixed. Don't hesitate. You have paid the money to have this done, so have it done right.
Okay, so don't be bashful.
No.
All right. Well, Victoria, thank you so much. It's been a lot of fun following this project with you and seeing it through its completion.
We've enjoyed it.
And we look forward to future projects down the line. This isn't the last we'll see of you. Sure. Thank you, Victoria, and Paula will send it back to you.